Hey everybody, Metavisual Z here, and I decided to find a good size for my camera, because it you can barely see my face half the time in the videos. But today we're gonna play some more hardcore Minecraft. But remember I died last time, so gotta make a new one. I was doing so good too. I'm guessing that basically whoever, what's her name, Chloe will come on soon. Oh, delightful. Hey, maybe turtles. It's perfect. I was about to say that. I need turtles. You know why? I need scutes. So I can make the underwater helmet. I don't know what it's called. Turtle cap. And this is a great amount of tree. So I think what I'll do, I'll let spiders spawn here. Then I'll kill them. Where'd you go, Mr. Turtle? Right there. Sorry to block you in like that. Alright, what I'll do. You know what? You gotta be my roommate, Mr. Turtle. Actually, I'm gonna make 2 of those. And then there. You're cute. I'm gonna call you Jerry once I get a name tag. Which means let's hope we don't die. Because you know what happens when you name something? You get attached to it. No, I got a better idea. And then please, please drop some saplings. Oreo, you know what? Here's the crowd. Hey, Oreo. If you guys are wondering who Oreo is, and you haven't been watching my videos, this is Oreo. He's adorable. Alright, here you go. What keeps jumping? Oh wait, no, that's the sound of stuff hitting the water. How you doing, Jerry? Well, I'll have to go exploring, so I gotta do something to make sure you don't despawn. I need shears, so you know what I'll do? Shovel. Pickaxe. Axe. Every sort of wooden tool, as is the protocol. Sword. Hoe. He's cute, isn't he? Is it weird for me to call a turtle cute? Oh man, this water's deep. Oh! Tree! Okay, that was quick. This reminds me of my sky block, where the whole damn thing was made of wood. I know what to do for this. I'm gonna make bridges. Man, that grew fast. If I let them drop, they drop more. They Oreo. My last hope. Nope. Wasn't meant to be, Jerry. Oh yeah, and I also gotta protect you, because apparently turtles die at night when they're not safe. I'm gonna make a door, because if I box something in, it also despawns. Oreo, go away. Hey! You're cute, okay? You're really cute. Oreo, stop trying to climb my body. Hey, Jerry. What's new? I'm gonna protect you with my life, Jerry. Ooh, so many saplings. Boat. That's useful. Alright, I'm gonna go pillage the boat. You stay here, Jerry. I'll hold down and hold down the fort. Turtles are tough. Haven't you seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And hopefully this will be a woodland paradise by the time I get back. I also know which way was the boat. Over there. I also am well aware. I'm gonna make my own boat. I am well aware of the fact that drowns like to spawn near those boats. But it's worth the risk. I don't want to lose Jerry. I mean, if I die, he's gone forever. But you better not despawn. I don't think turtles despawn as often as other mobs. Alright, here we go. Off on a new adventure. Axe at the ready. No, I'm not taking the suspicious stew. Come on, hurry. That's the chest I pillaged. Go back up. And that's over where Jerry is. I hate boats. Wait. Where'd everything go? Did I go the wrong way? Shit. Did everything despawn? Oh, I just went the wrong way. Cool. I'm gonna turn my whole monitor like that. There we go. Hey, zombie. Jerry, how you been? Oh. Must protect Jerry. Heh. Good thing they don't know how to open doors. Hey, Jerry. You hurt Jerry. You okay, Jerry? It'd be cool if you could put a helmet on a turtle. You stay where it's safe, Jerry. He does look like a Jerry to me, you know? It's a good thing I found these carrots. And finally, wheat seeds. And I have this hoe for a reason. The moon's high. Which way is it going? Up? Carrots heal a lot of health. Oh, and I can plant carrots. I don't care about potatoes. Hey, Oreo. Well, you guys get to meet Oreo because we're just going to wait out the night. As soon as I get wool, this is Oreo. He's adorable. I love him. I'll tell you a story about how I found him. If you're not new to my channel, you already know it. But basically, like last October when I was working at Kroger, a woman came into the store and she was like, "Guys, I found this cat in the wheel well of the car next to me. And I don't know if it has an owner." And the person who was with her was the one in the car next to her. And she's like, "It's not my cat." And she's like, "Can someone please take it until they find an owner?" And I was like, oh man, I was thinking to myself, I can't just leave this cat to die in the cold. So I took him home. Because, you know, look, he was so adorable. I have a video. I'll link it in the. I might show it eventually. But of the day I got him, I was like, oh, important update. And he's crawling all over me. Now he knows to stay put. But he's missing like a patch of fur right here for some reason. And, yeah. This cat has been the best thing to happen to me since I moved out of my parents' house. I'll heal. This Jerry is like my Minecraft Oreo. I was playing hardcore earlier and I made this stupid decision to throw a snowball at a skeleton. He was like a mile away, but somehow he still got mad and killed me in a hardcore game. Arrows. See. I will give you a name tag once I find one. I think I can fish them up. Hey, hey. And I got your bow, too. And there's nothing else on this island. Oh, drown. Those things creep me out, man. They're easy to kill, though, because they don't like to come on land. This one can't come on land because it hasn't learned to walk yet. If you're wondering why I'm using an axe, they do more damage than the sword, and they don't swipe, so like if I'm in here with Jerry, I won't hurt him too. I knew I made these ladders for a reason. I see light over there. Oh, that's the sun. Finally. Jerry, are you alright? You need a glass of water or anything? I'm never going to let you get hurt again. This will be where my bed is. Jerry's just my roommate who lives downstairs. Alright. I know, I keep hurting myself. I got my wooden hoe for a reason here. Grow some crops. I'll plant these carrots because I don't want to run out. These trees will grow in no time. I promise you. Any other turtles? Because I can't breed without 2 turtles. Oh, hey, Drown. You can't swim as fast as me. How's life, Jerry? I know you're loving it. Living it up in your apartment? Who wouldn't know? Yeah. Do you guys like the name Jerry? Comment below. These are valuable blocks for me. We'll put some trees over here. Also, if you're wondering why my skin on my hand is green, it's because I'm obviously a zombie. Wrong spot. And I can mine here, so basically I have all I need to find the end. Except for wool to sleep. Might go on a journey to find that after I find some reeds and make paper. Oh, if only that boat had had an empty map. Because I know sometimes they have empty maps. My skin is so white. That's not going to grow. I know how this works. Put it there. Well, no, it's too close. There. We're going to have trees all over this island. Just gotta wait. You know? Where's my boat? Better not be anything in my boat. How you doing, Jerry? I really hope he doesn't despawn before I come back. What's over here? Wait. Tree. You know what? I am going to start mining, because as long as I'm not above ground, I will not get attacked by phantoms. I might want to just make ladders down. How about this? Once I kill enough spiders, I'll have wool. Did I miss? Yep. See? I'm a zombie. Flophawk made that skin for me. Oh, more trees. More sticks. I can use those. the reason I'd make it lighter down is because on this island, there's water all around it, you know, because it's an island. So, better to go down than out, because, you know, I'll end up flooding my chambers. Unless I'm a really good builder, which I am, but oh wait, I have bones. I should just do bone meal. And 2 for myself. Hey, Jerry, I need the crafting table. Oh wow, perfect. So this won't be much down, but it's a start. Wait. I'm smarter than mining straight down. Oh, that's sandstone. Ah, yes. And that is andesite instead of stone. Great. See, and then we just, ow! See, now I gotta plug that up. But what I'll do is, I have 1 andesite. So what I'll do with that is, because you know how sand is. Definitely use those sticks. Look at all these trees growing. Just how I planned it. Oh yeah, I have a door. Oh good, I got an apple. Let's use that instead of the carrot. Get my wooden hoe back out. I know what to do here. Trap door, so that monsters don't fall down my mine shaft. Because apparently you can climb up a trapdoor. Hey. What was his name again? Jerry, yeah. Let's test it. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I guess I got short-term memory loss. I couldn't remember Jerry's name. I know exactly what to do. Well, I don't have a furnace yet, but never mind understand. You guys are gonna cringe at this. But at least I can do this. What? Where are all the mobs? Yeah, I know where all the mobs are. Not spawning because I'm nearby. That's going to be a long way down. For now, I need cobbles, so... If I go down here far enough, mobs will actually spawn. Also... What? Iron already. Alright. Damn it. Hey, Jerry. You know what? First thing I do after I get my iron pickaxe, I am going to make some shears so I can get you that motherfucking seagrass, which is your favorite food, I know. Okay. Good thing I've been mining all this cobblestone. Can't go down any further for the night. Hey, Jerry. And I'm pretty sure that mobs despawn in the other direction. Like, they don't despawn up and down. Why do I keep calling Jerry a mob? He's much more than that to me. And yes, Jerry, the shears are for you. Not for your turtle shell, obviously. Daytime? Finally. That's right. Jerry is like my brother in this game, okay? Except nice. That was kelp. Man, there's like nothing. Oh. Oh yeah, I gotta plant a sapling where that one was. Jerry, I come bringing you food. There you go. Nope. I have an idea, Jerry. First. I'm gonna go make you a fenced-in area. It's gotta be on the sand. Is that wheat? Yes. You know what? Gotta organize my crops. Alright, Jerry. You're gonna have a new home soon. Hey, Jerry. Alright. Time to chop down another tree. Oh, this one already grew. Wait a minute. I know what I gotta do. Before I fence Jerry in, it needs to be too wide because Jerry is very fat. Unless hey Jerry, looky here. Come on, Jerry. Jerry, I made this for you. Oh well. Maybe my sheep are gonna have it that I somehow get here. Oh no, I'll bolt them across. I really gotta look out for phantoms. It's still raining, Jerry. Hi, Jerry. I know what to do. I need spiders to spawn on my island so I can make wool out of their web, which doesn't make sense in real life, but what moon is it? Can't tell. No. No! Jerry, you lived. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Can't believe that one hit killed me. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, and as always, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.